Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Last time we finally got back to the Last Defense Academy after being stranded in the outskirts of the school and being brought over to the second Last Defense Academy. We came over, we fought a bunch of monsters, we're all together, we've got the Last Defense Academy students, we've got the second to Last Defense Academy students, and now we're all going to pitch in and get the food off the bus and into the cafeteria. Let's go. Fine, I'll do anything if it means I get to eat something other than the canned bread crap. We made our way outside to where the school bus was waiting. With everyone helping out, it didn't take us long to unload the supplies we brought over from the other academy. Back in the cafeteria, we let the ration-o-matic do its thing and soon had a glorious feast laid out before us. No one bothered with manners, we devoured it like wild animals. In a few short minutes, the plates were piled high with food. Hang on, I see. The plates we'd piled high with food had all been picked clean. Okay, cool. After days of starvation and the exertion of the battle, the team from the main campus were hungrier than I'd ever seen them. Oh boy, I needed that! I can feel the nutrients seeping into me.
Why am I crying? Come on, buddy, I just got that sodium! I was starting to feel like I was never going to be full again.
Glad we could help with that. Maybe you'd like a nice massage session to follow.
What was that first thing you said?
Lost all your supplies in a fire, right? How awful.
How moronic! We should have just let natural selection run its course. Lay off us, will you?
Well, you should be fine now. I took a quick inventory of what we brought over. There's plenty to last the rest of our term here, for all of us. All of us? You mean you're staying? Oh right, I still haven't told you about that part. It all started when that storm hit. I went on to recount my experiences of the last few days. I'd gotten separated from Gaku and Tsubasa during the storm and knocked out only to be rescued by Nigo. He took me to second to last Defense Academy, where I met Nozomi, Kurura, Kiyoshika, and Yugama. While I was there, the enemy attacked, and one of the commanders proved too much for us, but it turned out that school was only a decoy. After it self-destructed, the others had come with me, so all 13 of us could defend Last Defense Academy together. So these guys are going to live here for the rest of us, with the rest of us from now on? That's right. Apparently they were always meant to join us eventually. Nice to meet you all. Let's work hard to keep this school safe.
I don't know about that. I mean, we just met you guys. Enough of your ineffectual protests, cabbage breath. You should be honoured to have an aristocrat like myself among you. It's the future of humanity wasn't at stake. If it wasn't at stake, I'd never even subject my eyes to your trashy appearances, except to point you out in a police lineup.
You sure have a sense of humour, Miss Usuzuku. Criticising our appearances looking the way you do. Pure comedy gold.
Are you going to let them get away with that, Kiyoshika? He's laughing at you, belittling your individuality.
That insult was aimed at me. Prepare to face the judgment of the holy Jumonji sword. Foul miscreant. Please, everyone, don't fight. We're supposed to be a team. Are you okay, Aito? With so many new allies, new friends, my heart feels like it's going to burst. But perhaps we should wait until tomorrow before we start getting to know each other. I'm sure we're all tired from the battle. I'm good with that. Gonna be pretty freaking sweet sleeping on a full stomach for a change. Then shall we all meet up again tomorrow morning, here in the cafeteria?
I expect the beds to be suitably clean and hygienic. If I see any stains I don't recognise, there'll be trouble. Yeah, whatever.
It had been a long day. We decided the best thing to do now was to head back to our rooms and get some rest. Okay. Oh, hello, Yugami. Quite the view you have here. Those, the undying flames I've heard so much about. Yeah, I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you here, that's pretty decent proof of it, right? I guess so. Okay. Where am I? I'm here. Takumi. Phew. Alone in my old familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. But would the real Kara be there waiting for me? Or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a new day. I allowed myself to relax, and eventually fell asleep. Day 30. Day 30.
As commanding officer responsible for the school and its...
Oh, announcement.
Get ready for your 30th
Oh,
day of
okay.
active service here at Last Defense Academy.
I wonder whether we're ever going to get Siri back.
Down and dirty, it's day 30. I've unlocked some new classrooms to celebrate. What did you get access to this time, you ask?
Let's have a look.
On the first floor, it's the metal shop. And on the second floor, the biolab.
Great.
As usual, you can ask me more about how they work in person. See you there!
New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria. Cafeteria. Oops, this way. Don't tell me the food's on fire again. Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden.
Then let's hold the killing game and thin out the herd a little.
Whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're going to kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know? Was that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend the school.
Allies, huh?
Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nico said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous dying flames. The sight of them first sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now. What exactly are those flames, Takumi? All we can tell you about the flames is that, what Siri told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Never?
That's what I said. They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flames.
Fire that never goes out. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale.
I'd never have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it. Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu. Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be a part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside of your defense room too. That's gotta be to protect whatever's in there, right? We think so. I tried dousing them, those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's going to take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home many questions. No, how many questions are still unanswered? So he said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared.
And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner. You truly are useless.
Sorry.
Hey, that wasn't our fault.
Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, alright. Yes, it's just like Nigo said.
Second to last Defense Academy is, well, it's a decoy. Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources. There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends not on the contents of our defense room, but on what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Verily, 'twas a shock to learn we've been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy.
A shock! It was downright infuriating! The B team is no place for someone of my social standing!
It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school.
I still say Nigo could have told us from the very beginning.
A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above? Siri mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war?
But now the decoy's academy's gone. That means the attack on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right?
Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is.
And there's still like 70 days to go. Oh man, what rotten luck.
I don't know if I can hold out that long.
What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now, you know? Get busy living or get busy dying!
You're also adorable, the way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks make it worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then... Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? Huh? If we used that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, and nor does a woman.
Even supposing the bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here.
And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know.
Naturally, we consider that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed.
In the end, we decided if there was a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our best for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I didn't really do anything special.
But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true?
You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not?
I guess not.
If Suri had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups, and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. World death.
Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset will be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive.
He did say that. Wait, world death, what's that?
A new prominent term to deal with. This is going to overload my extra small-sized brain.
It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. It's the thing that started it all. More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground.
Decimated the population? It's that bad?
Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this world death thing is.
Quiet, pea-brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you we don't want any of that, hey, is that really true? What if it's all made-up stuff?
What? If we tell you... Oh. If we tell you we don't want that stuff... Oh, I see.
Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on. Make with the explanations already. That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin? What? And your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Shut up. Shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking, and you won't be ready for when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you. I'm talking about poos. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavour. It's more resilient than me too.
Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere? That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope. Mankind's last hope. Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones that can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. Ahaha! And you believe that, do you? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you.
What about World Death? You gonna just keep throwing that name around like it means something, or are you actually gonna start explaining things?
You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up the tailpipe of your car. And can't afford to insure. Of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor.
Jesus. Huh?
I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore.
Kuro, don't be like that.
There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own way just fine. I can't believe we wasted any food on you peasants. We'd be better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait. Oh, you act like a big shot. But this is our school, you know. We were here first.
Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now.
We could say the same for you. You and the school wouldn't have been toast if we hadn't helped you out in the battle yesterday.
Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll murderize you.
Ouch. Don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect. Uh-oh.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
The tomato head, with those veins on it, that looks like it's actually their head. That's my canon. It's not actually a mask or a helmet, it's actually their head.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
If you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I ask.
That's enough. You all need to calm down. Takumi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together.
Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That dreadnought-class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you.
I'll never do anything like that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right? Please, everyone. We shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves. Why can't we be friends?
Friends with these guys? Don't make me laugh.
Befriending these cosplay conventional rejects certainly is asking a lot about, from normal people like us. I don't know whether I'm as normal. How dare you, sir? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate, face the judgment of the holy Jumonji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction.
Satisfaction, my ass. Emma may be a jerk, but he's our jerk.
I've had just about all I can stand of your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi.
But...
Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon.
Alright. Trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It'd be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. And they left. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out the door before the others started venting their feelings. What's with those guys? We're really going to have to spend the rest of our 100 days with people like that. I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening.
Like you'll want to talk.
You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi.
So this is my fault.
I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think about world death that they mentioned before? I'm really curious now. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads.
Damn it. I feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off.
I guess I'll do that too.
No killing game then. Maybe next time.
Takimaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that. Same here. It's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Siri or Haruko were here, they'd know what to do. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve the problem in our way. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Aito and I parted ways, and I headed back to my room. After that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's got to be some way, maybe we just need more time. Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all of this. It's the metal shop on the first floor and the biolab on the second. Okay, so... Infirmary, rec, war room, leisure, defense room door. Oh, it's the third floor. Right, here we go. Biolab. Move. Ooh, look at this. So this is the biolab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. What are you laughing at? I can't help it. I mean, just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room's open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplies whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that gives our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities too. Nigos did say there were facilities like this tucked away in the dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet to finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us. Enhancement development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right? You're worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to do go much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as the result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours, the fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant, it's all right here at our fingertips. And what could we use it for? For a start, we can probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'd be gentle. I'd make sure any changes I made were tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Absolutely not. Not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Alright. Let's go to the metal shop. Metal shop. This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom, it's more like something you'd find on a military base. With all kinds of deadly looking weapons lined up and the air's thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and she's here too. Great. Okay.
Ah, the way the air smells in here really puts me at ease.
Seriously, you like this, with all the metal and gunpowder and everything?
I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with all sophisticated lady like myself. But the Ozuzukis actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development.
Weapons development, like guns and stuff?
In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gunrunners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it's encompassing all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve the Suzuki to Suzuki, and the rest is history.
Is that how names get changed?
Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons and the likes of which the world has never seen and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
Okay, I like that. Before I might the others flee, great and powerful Suzuki. Trap development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time.
The invaders will rue the day they crossed an Ozuzuki.
Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right?
Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence.
Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Free time? Phew, between all the arguing and the exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye? Or are their attitudes toward fighting just too different? We're representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us, above all others, to defend the world from the invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end. A way for me to get home. Would I feel different if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Who is it? Nozomi? I'll just be a minute. Quickly get in the shower. Deodorant. Someone's at the door. Could it be her? No. Aito? Is it Aito? I felt a flutter of anticipation, my hands trembling. I pulled open the door to reveal... Hello, Aito. Good evening, Takumi. Do you have time to talk? Oh, it's you, Aito. Were you expecting somebody else? Sorry to disappoint you. No, it's not like that. What's up? Nothing in particular, I just thought it would be nice to chat a little. I never got a chance to tell you how happy I was to see you again. I was out of my mind with worry the whole time you were gone. Aito loves me. Oh, really? I thought maybe you'd disappear like Haruko. We went 5 whole days without any contact from you after all. Sorry, I wasn't exactly in a position to get in touch. What happened to you during that storm? How did you get separated from the group? I'm not really sure. All I remember is that I passed out and woke up with an aching headache. By then I was already on my own, somewhere miles away from here after that. Nigo found me and took me to the other school. Perhaps you got sent flying by the storm. It's possible, I guess. I can't think of anything else that would explain it. Well, you're okay now. That's the important thing. But while we're on the subject of the other school, what's going on between you and that Nozomi girl? Huh? When you're around her, you're different. Almost like she's special to you. I thought I was special to you. But you seem troubled as well. What's wrong? I'd like to help if I can. Although if it's something romantic, bear in mind I don't have any experience in that area. Yet. Meets my eye contact. Oh, was that really it? No, not exactly. It's kind of weird, to be honest. You might not believe what I have to say, but will you still hear me out? Of course. Now that I'd been given the go-ahead, it all came spilling out. I told Aito about Karuo, my childhood friend I'd spent practically every day with back home, before the war. That was the easy part. Then there was the matter of Nozomi and her uncanny likeness to Karuo. They were so alike that I couldn't accept that they were different people, no matter how much I tried. And as much as Nozomi looked and sounded like Karuo, she had no idea who I was. I told Aito all about this mystery, and the theories I'd come up with, and how the whole thing was messing me up. You weren't kidding when you said it was weird. I thought maybe she has amnesia, but she's never mentioned hitting her head or having gaps in her memory or anything like that. Not that I've been able to talk to her long enough to ask about it. Come on, Aito. Say something. Oh, sorry, this whole thing reminds me of a sci-fi novel that I read a little while back. What happened in it? The main character ends up in a place that's both familiar and different, a parallel universe. Parallel universes aren't just other worlds, or even the past or the future, they're alternate realities taking place at the same time as our own. Alternate realities. It's a fairly common trope depending on the story. A parallel universe could be completely alien or eerily similar to the reality we know. In the book I'm thinking of, the main character travels to another universe. He finds there's another version of himself there, another him, living his own slightly different life. You think that's the connection between Nozomi and Karuo? Like they're alternate versions of each other? I know it sounds ridiculous, but humor me for a moment. It would explain a lot. It would mean Karuo and Nozomi are the same person, hence all the similarities, but at the same time, they're different. They've lived completely different lives. That would account for Nozomi not knowing you, don't you think? I don't know, Aito. Maybe that's how this stuff works in sci-fi, but I'm having a hard time believing it would happen in real life. I suppose you're right. It's a little unrealistic. But the situation we're in is already pretty far removed from what we used to consider reality. Perhaps my senses of what is or isn't realistic has gotten warped, and all the strange things that have happened to us lately. He's right. If you told me a few weeks ago I'd be stabbing myself in the heart to give myself special powers and fight monsters, I wouldn't have believed that either. Sorry for putting forward such a bizarre theory. I haven't been much help, have I? That's not true. It's really helped to get all of this off my chest. And it's such a weird story, most people probably wouldn't believe me. I couldn't have told just anyone about this. I'm honoured, and I'll gladly hear you out if you want to talk again, no matter how strange it is. You sure have been having some peculiar experiences. First the ghostly invader, and now this. Oh right, I almost forgot about that thing. We still haven't figured out what it is. I haven't seen that invader since I got back, but the next time I do, I'm going to make sure he answers for what he's done. Don't take any unnecessary risks. You've no idea how dangerous he might be. I know. I'll be careful. Well then, I think I've taken up enough of your time. I should get going. Good night, Takumi. Sleep well. Why was he here? He just came to talk to us about Nozomi, is that what it was? Without Aito left, pausing at the door to give me one last gentle smile. Oh, he loves me. Parallel universes. Alternate realities. Could any of it be true? It sounds so bizarre, but the more I think about it, the more it starts to make some sense. Is that what's going on here? Are Karuo and Nozomi alternate versions of the same person? The same, but different? Either way, I won't be able to put this issue to rest until I talk to her about it myself. Even after venting to Aito, the frustration I was feeling still wouldn't go away. I turned in for the night, for the day, and gradually fell into a light, fitful sleep. Day 31.
Get ready for spend another day enduring the Be
Okay.
ready to give your life.
Okay. It's morning. Guess I'll go to the cafeteria as usual. I just hope everyone's a little less prickly today. Alright. To the cafeteria. Oh, it's just us today.
Yeah, no sign of the second campus guys anywhere.
Just so you know, none of us picked a fight with them or told them not to come here. They're just plain old no-shows.
Fine by me. Who wants to deal with those jerks first thing in the morning? Everyone's turned so hostile lately. I'm loving it!
We can't go on like this forever. We're going to have to talk things out with them eventually. You saw how things went down yesterday, Mr. Arsoku. Does it really seem like they'll listen to our side of things? That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Our conversation was interrupted by the sound of the door opening as someone new came into the room. Oh, hello, Nozomi. Oh, good morning.
It's you, huh? What are you doing here?
Hey!
Gaku, be nice. She can use the cafeteria if she wants.
Oh, did you come to betray your friends and join our side? One of us! One of us! Is that it?
Sorry to disappoint you, but no. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Tell me about it.
What did you want to talk about, Nozomi? Are you finally going to tell us the whole story about that world death thing? Sorry, I'd like to, but Karura and the others are dead set against it. For a second, I thought she was saying they were dead. I know they can be difficult sometimes, but they're still my friends. I can't just go against their decision behind their backs.
What do you want then?
I was thinking it might be a good idea to set different times for us to use the cafeteria. At least for a while. If our two groups stay separate, we can reduce the chances of things escalating like they did yesterday. Yeah, I guess there's something in that. It shouldn't be too hard to organise. Our group has a training routine we go through every morning. We're going to keep that up here, so we won't need the cafeteria until later.
Wow, you train this early? That's the kind of dedication I can only dream of.
It's all for the good of humanity. We can't afford to lose this war.
You sound like a walking recruitment poster. That's a lot of big talk for someone who can't even use a hemoanima.
Did I say that right?
Can't even use hemoanima.
Gaku! There's always bound to be some friction when two groups with competing values come together. It's like when two video game companies merge. Sooner or later, one of their flagship series always ends up getting buried. A little meta call out.
I feel sorry for the fans.
At any rate, I think it's best if we keep our distance until we've calmed down a little. That's all I wanted to say. I'll be going now. Wait a minute. While you're here, I wanted to ask you. Sorry. The others are waiting for me. She completely vaporized in the middle of the cafeteria. Nozomi brushed up off my questions and left without even sparing a passing glance at me.
That was fun. It's like the management sent a liaison officer to tell us to get our butts in gear and start up the killing game.
That chick really hates your guts, huh, Takumi?
So she turned you down. So what? She may be cute and everything, but who knows who wants to go out with someone who's always talking with and about saving humanity and stuff.
Guys, don't be so insensitive. Takumi needs to be alone with his pain. I'm not sure that's the best approach either.
Don't worry. You get used to being hated pretty quickly. That's something I learned early on in my life from my parents.
It's so inappropriate to use this for just a sigh. The breakfast that day was as tasteless as the atmosphere. Nozomi's doing all she can to avoid me. I'll never be able to talk to her at this rate. I shouldn't let this get me down. Not when there's so much else going on. Alright, what should I do today? I've got plenty of free time to fill up. Free time. The metal shop and biolab have been unlocked. You can now develop traps and enhancements. These will help you give an advantage in battle, so spend your time wisely on developing these tools. Your extinguisher level has increased. What does that mean? Your firefighter level has increased. You can now go to new areas when you explore. That is interesting. The materials you can obtain while exploring are unique to each area. For more details, check the manual by the entrance hall. Awesome. Let us go to... What's this? That's the cafeteria. Who's there? Those guys. What else is down here? Garage. Strange room. I thought it was on this... Wasn't it? This. Metal shop. Are you going to help me make something? No. Just me on my own. Metal fence, level 2. Place a barricade to hinder enemy movement. Okay. Max uses +1. Okay, that's good. Okay. Develop a trap. So I can't do that because I need something social. I need my social things up. Learn electrical fence. Place a barricade that stuns any enemies in range. That's pretty good. Learn explosive mine. Sure. And then we'll do that. Can I upgrade any of these? No. No. I could upgrade both of these actually, couldn't I? Boom. Oh, I thought I just made it. That's what I did. Okay. So we can't do any more. That's fine. Now let us go to the other place. Library. Biolab. Attack potion level 2. Sure. What's that? Power... This one? Panacea. User fully recovers HP. Okay, that's pretty good. Desperation. User HP becomes 1. Oh, so then you can use your ability. That might be useful. Like, there's like a thing that kills you, isn't there? Where you use your... whatever your max ability is, you know? Okay. Defense potion, give me more of that. Okay, awesome. Now we gotta waste some time. I guess we'll go here. Let's talk to Takimaru, or... Let's talk to Takimaru. I like Takimaru, he's great.
Damn it, someone's gonna pay for this!
Why are you so angry, Takimaru?
The pudding I'd left in the refrigerator is gone! What kind of asshole does that? You've got guts messing with a man's pudding!
Have we had this conversation with him before? I can't talk to Takimaru when he gets like this. Your experience unlocked the keyword #sweet. Endurance went up by 3, mobility went up by 3. Free time. Who else can we talk to? Yeah, why don't we talk to Aito? Where's Aito? Aito. No, this way. Aito. There you are. Okay, he's just singing to himself. You seem like you're in a good mood today. Did something happen? I hung my laundry to dry on the rooftop fence and it worked amazingly. Everything came out so soft and it smells incredible. Did you use scented fabric softener or something? No, I think it's just the smell of the sunlight. I never smelled anything like it in the TRC, and as you know, there's no sky there. If laundry day is this nice, maybe our time here won't be so bad after all. I can't believe he's this excited about a good load of laundry. Does Aito enjoy housework? Your experience unlocked the keyword #clean. Calculation went up by 3, analysis went up by 3. Bing bong. Okay. Good night. The day's almost over. I'm not all that tired, but there's nothing else I can really want to do today. I guess I'll rest up so I can be nice and fresh tomorrow. I got changed and went to bed praying there wouldn't be an attack during the night. What's that? Day 32. Bing bong.
give your lives to protect our beloved...
Okay, that's enough of Siri. Morning already. I should go to the cafeteria. Although I doubt she'd be there today. Alright, and we're going to go to the cafeteria next time on Borderline Games. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy, and I will see you next time. Have a good evening, take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.